Hey everybody, how are you? It's me again. We're gonna do Turshi today. Pickled vegetables. Yum, okay? We're gonna do it like my parents used to do it. The Armenian-Arabic way, okay? What you're gonna need is vinegar, white vinegar, okay? I do believe 5%, that's what I use. Distilled vinegar, okay? Water, and then I use peppercorns, cloves, fresh dill, okay, garlic peeled and just chopped into medium small pieces. I usually just cut them in half, and then I put a little bit of ginger in mine. I added that to the family recipe, but I don't do it to all of them, just some of them, okay? And then most important thing is curry. We put curry in ours. You don't have to do this part, but it really makes it taste so much more magnificent, okay? Arabic curry, any kind of curry, whatever you want to use. And then, of course, our vegetables, all right? As you can see, I've got carrots cut just, not too small, but in strips. I'm doing beets as well. Cucumbers. I get the mini cucumbers and I cut them. Green tomatoes, which is my favorite, okay? And I cut them into quarters. And then also cauliflower, okay? Everybody's favorite. Just take it apart into small pieces. And then of course I said fresh dill, and I also did Hungarian pepper or banana pepper. You can do spicy pepper, whatever kind of pepper you want, okay? But I had one in the refrigerator and I wanted to use it before it got bad. I made a batch of green onions already. These were from my garden, so this thing was full, okay? That's what you're gonna get. So I pre-made some things, some of them. This is mixed. I just mixed a bunch of stuff in here. Or you can just do one thing, like 1 jar of cauliflower, 1 jar of carrots, etc. But it's super easy to do. All right, first you want to take some water. So you want to take 1 cup of water to 1 cup of vinegar, and then a teaspoon of salt, all right? And then, of course, make it as much as you want. So I made 4 cups of water with 4 cups of vinegar and 4 teaspoons of salt, okay? So every 1 cup of water, it's 1 cup of vinegar as well as a teaspoon of salt, right? And then I add the curry into a glass and mix it, and I'll show you that when I get to that part. But right now we got the jar, mason jar, of course, okay? I usually just take a couple of the garlics at the bottom. I grab some sprigs. I even use the stems. I use the whole thing of the dill, chopped it up. I'll throw some in there. You don't have to add dill, but I like the dill, and it's traditional. A couple of cloves, 3 or 4 cloves at the bottom, as well as 3 or 4 of the peppercorns. All right, so that. And then we're going to stuff our jar. So just take a handful of whatever you want first. So the carrots, I'll just kind of pack it in like that. Cucumbers. Like I said, you don't have to mix. You can do just one of whatever. Like all carrots, all cucumbers, I even do just garlic. That's amazing. You people know I'm a garlic whore if you've been watching my channel. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So just fill your jar up. It is easier to just do the cucumber, anything that's long in 1 jar, okay? And I usually put that at the bottom, and I pack it in there real good. So, some more of these in there. Okay, see how that is? Just an array of colors. And then I'll use the rest. I'll just stuff my cauliflower in there. I'll cut them into smaller pieces if they don't fit. Get them in there. Some green tomatoes. Voila. And that's that. See, jar's full. I'll add a couple more sprigs of dill up top. 2 more garlics. 3 cloves, 3 or 4 cloves. Another 3 or 4 of the peppercorns. And like I said, I use the ginger. You don't have to, okay? Put 1 or 2 of those. And that's that. Now, you're going to take your water. When you make your water, you're going to put it on the stove on very, very low. You're not going to boil this. You want it to be able to melt the salt in there. So like I said, I did a total of 8 cups. So 4 water, 4 vinegar, and then 4 teaspoons of salt. I put it on the stove just to warm it up so that the salt melts evenly in the water, okay? And then once that's done, you want to set it at room temperature. Don't put it in there hot, okay? Once it's at room temperature, then what I do, now this part you don't have to do. You can just go ahead and fill, but if you're going to add the curry, I usually fill a cup, 1 cup, and I add my flat teaspoon. Not too much, just a little bit for flavor, okay? And then mix it in. The water can be a little bit lukewarm, that's fine. It's not going to do anything. You don't want it hot. I don't like it hot. Well, my parents never did it hot. And then what you do is pour until it reaches the very top of the jar, like so. If you need to add more, add more. That's that. Okay? I think we put a little too much. All right, so that's at the top. Put your lid on. Boom, that's it. You got yourself some Turshi. I like to keep this at least a week to 2 weeks. Just put it on a shelf somewhere and let it sit. And then after that, you're all set. Put it in the fridge, eat it. Okay? It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. It's amazing. It's great. Delicious. Give it a try. So easy. Again, 1 cup of water to 1 cup of vinegar to a teaspoon of salt. And the salt I love to use is Celtic salt. It's as pure as it gets, okay? And then you want your cloves, your garlic, your dill. If you want to do ginger, you can. Your peppercorn, and your curry. If you want to add curry, this is optional. And that's it. If you don't add the curry, just pour the water in, put the lid on, you're all set. So give it a try. Let me know if you guys do it and if it turns out good. All right? God bless. Have another video soon.